Dear friend, let me tell you this. If you're over 60 and every morning you wake up feeling stiff, sluggish, and your little guy seems to have lost all energy, don't rush to blame it on age. Trust me, the problem isn't in the number on your ID, it's in something much more unexpected. In fact, most men over 60 are unknowingly starving their circulatory system every night. And just one small spoon of the right food, eaten at the right time, can completely turn things around. You don't need pills, you don't need expensive equipment. You just need to understand one thing. Your body hasn't given up, it's simply waiting for the right fuel to repair itself while you sleep. And that's exactly what I'll guide you through in today's video. Even if you're already in your 70s or 80s, the light bedtime foods I'm about to share can still help you regain your flexibility, improve blood flow, and awaken that inner masculinity you thought was gone. And don't take your eyes off the screen, because right at the beginning of this video, I'll reveal one cause behind the nighttime drop in male vitality, something most doctors completely overlook, and something you definitely wouldn't expect. Don't miss it, but before we begin, let me ask you, where are you watching this video from? I'd be truly happy to know who I'm accompanying on this journey today. Don't hesitate to leave a comment below. If you find this topic helpful, you can hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell, so you won't miss out on practical health tips made just for men like you. And now let's begin with the first section, uncovering the reason why blood flow drops at night. Part 1, why blood flow down there decreases at night, and how to turn that into an advantage. Many people assume that blood only rushes to the sensitive area when aroused, but the truth is, it's much more complex and interesting. Circulation in that region isn't just about intimacy. It reflects your overall health, your testosterone levels, and even your sense of male identity. Sadly, after age 60, that blood flow often becomes timid, and most don't even notice it. What's surprising is, it's not necessarily worse at night. In fact, nighttime is when your body quietly works hardest to recover if you give it the right conditions. I remember an old patient named Joe, 71 years old, a former firefighter whose once muscular body had started deflating like a soft tire. One day he came to see me, sat across the desk, eyes brimming with tears, and said, "Doc, I don't feel like a man anymore." And I knew he wasn't just talking about performance. He meant identity, vitality, and his connection with himself. When I asked Joe about his evening habits, he simply shook his head. Watch TV, relax a bit, then go to bed. Nothing special. And that right there was the issue. Many older men don't realize that the 1 hour before bed is a golden window for recovery, for physical energy, for the nervous system, and for blood flow. But they often ignore it, or worse, do it wrong. Because physiologically, as we age, nitric oxide levels in the body drop. This is the chemical that relaxes and opens blood vessels, allowing blood to flow smoothly, especially to the important areas. Combine that with falling testosterone and stiffening arteries, and you've got a recipe for silent nights, so to speak. But here's the good news: while you sleep, your body doesn't. It's trying to repair damage, rebalance hormones, and restore blood vessels and muscle tissue, but only if you provide the right building blocks. Sadly, most men go to bed hungry, low on protein, low on magnesium, slightly dehydrated, or with unstable blood sugar. And Joe, he changed just one simple thing: eating the right food before bed. Just one small spoonful every night. Within a few weeks, he was sleeping more deeply, waking up with more energy, and you can probably guess the rest. I still remember the refreshed look on his face at the follow-up visit, like someone had flipped the switch back on inside him. So what exactly did Joe eat? And what can you start eating tonight? The answer might surprise you, because the first food isn't unfamiliar at all. In fact, it might be sitting in your fridge right now, waiting to show you what it's really capable of. Dear friend, if you're still watching this video by now, I'm truly glad, because it means you really care about restoring your vitality after 60. Leave a number 1 in the comment section below so I know you're still here with me on this journey. First food: soft-boiled egg. A simple protein source to reignite masculine strength after 60. Let me ask you this: when was the last time you looked at an egg and thought, it could help you feel like a real man again? Most of us were taught that eggs are just breakfast food, fried on weekends, scrambled with toast, or tossed into a salad. But few people realize that a soft-boiled egg at night could make such a big difference. I'm not joking. After more than 3 decades of working with thousands of men, I've realized it's not the expensive vitamins or complicated supplements that make the biggest impact. It's the simple, familiar foods used at the right time, in the right way. What makes eggs special is leucine, a powerful amino acid that helps balance hormones, promotes muscle recovery, and most importantly, activates nitric oxide production, the key compound that dilates blood vessels and improves blood flow to the central zone. But that's not all. Eggs also contain vitamin B12, which helps the nervous system send accurate signals, boosting sensation and natural response. Along with that is vitamin D, an essential factor in maintaining stable testosterone levels in men. And why should you choose soft-boiled or poached eggs instead of fried? Because these gentler preparations allow the stomach to digest slowly, releasing nutrients steadily while you sleep, nourishing your blood vessels, muscles, and yes, even those parts you don't talk about but desperately need revived. I'll never forget Mr. Walter, a retired math teacher, very skeptical at first. If eggs were that effective, wouldn't everyone already know, Doc? He said. But he gave it a try, 2 soft-boiled eggs every night, no other changes. After 10 days, he returned and said one short sentence. I'm sleeping better, getting up less at night, and waking up feeling different. It's not magic, it's biology, and it's working with your body, not against it. And if you think eggs are strong enough already, just wait until I tell you about the next food. Just one spoonful, yet it can calm your blood vessels, stabilize your blood sugar, and keep circulation flowing all night long. Second food, almond butter. 1 spoon to relax blood vessels and stabilize blood sugar overnight. If you've ever found yourself opening the pantry late at night, wondering, what can I eat that won't spike my blood sugar but still tastes good? Then allow me to reintroduce you to an old friend you may have forgotten. Almond butter. No pills, no gimmicks, just 1 spoonful. This creamy, fragrant spread is one of the quietest yet strongest allies for heart health and male vitality after 60. I remember a patient named Carl, 74 years old, widowed for several years and just starting to date again, who once told me during a checkup, everything else is working fine, except one thing, and I think you know what I mean, Doc. I nodded. Many men have said the same, with eyes full of embarrassment and a little hope. For Carl, overall health wasn't an issue, but his evening energy was like a phone forgotten on the charger. I suggested something very simple. Each night, eat a slice of whole grain bread with 1 spoonful of almond butter. Nothing more, nothing less. Why did it work so well? Almond butter is rich in magnesium, which helps relax the smooth muscles of your blood vessels, reducing resistance and improving blood flow. It also has healthy fats, the raw material your body needs to produce hormones, including testosterone. But the star player here is arginine, an amino acid your body converts into nitric oxide, that same compound we discussed earlier. The one that opens up the pathways for blood to flow where it matters. There's one more benefit. Almond butter helps stabilize blood sugar overnight. That's crucial because when blood sugar swings, it disrupts deep sleep, interferes with hormone recovery, and makes you wake up feeling like you'd rather just stay in bed. After 2 weeks, Carl came back with a rare smile. Doc, I feel 20 years younger, and my girlfriend noticed too. I just smiled because I knew it was thanks to his consistency with one small habit. Not flashy but highly effective. If almond butter can open the gates for vitality, then the next food goes even deeper, helping you sleep more soundly, reduce inflammation, and support circulation from the inside out. With a type of fruit juice that might remind you of childhood summers. If you're still watching at this point, thank you for sticking with me this far. I truly appreciate and value that. Leave the number 3 in the comment section so I know I'm not talking to myself. Third food, Tart cherry juice, supports deep sleep and restores blood circulation while you sleep. Tart cherry juice sounds like a summer drink for kids or something your mom used to keep in the fridge, doesn't it? But don't let its innocent appearance fool you. Just one small glass of this mildly sour red juice before bed can make an incredible difference for men over 60. I had a patient named Leonard, 69 years old, a retired bus driver. His voice was loud, his steps strong, but his sleep flickered like a faulty light, restless, constantly waking. What troubled him most was the feeling that his body couldn't keep up with his mind, especially in those moments when intimacy with his wife mattered most. I suggested he try a gentle habit. Every night about 30 minutes before bed, drink a small glass of tart cherry juice, the pure kind, no added sugar. He raised an eyebrow. That's it. I nodded, simple but powerful. Because tart cherries don't just help with sleep thanks to their natural melatonin content, the hormone that regulates sleep, they also contain anthocyanins, strong anti-inflammatory compounds that stimulate nitric oxide production. In other words, while you're peacefully asleep, this little red drink is quietly relaxing your blood vessels, supporting your heart, muscles, and even those areas you may have thought were permanently asleep. After just a few nights, Leonard said he was falling asleep more easily, waking up less. Within a few weeks, he began to feel that morning recovery he hadn't experienced in years. I never thought a little glass of juice could make me feel alive again, he laughed. And that softness, that quiet effectiveness, is exactly what makes Tart cherry juice special. There's no struggle, no fight, your body is simply supported and healed gently and steadily. But if Tart cherry juice is the gentle companion that lulls you into deep rest, the next food is so small you might overlook it, even though it's probably sitting right on your kitchen counter. Yet inside, it holds a treasure trove of minerals that boost testosterone, support the prostate, and send blood exactly where you need it most. Fourth food, pumpkin seeds, natural minerals that reduce prostate swelling and improve male vitality. There are things so small we barely pay attention to them, yet they hold astonishing power for recovery. Pumpkin seeds are a perfect example. Tiny, green, often forgotten after Halloween, but for men over 60, they may just be a natural mineral deposit for supporting sleep and sexual health that should never be ignored. I once met Mr. Don, 66 years old, a retired engineer. He didn't come in because of pain, but because every morning he woke up feeling like he hadn't slept at all. "I wake up 2 or 3 times every night like clockwork," he complained. But what saddened him most was the growing distance from his wife, no longer feeling that same closeness as before. After reviewing his test results, I noticed his prostate was slightly enlarged and his blood pressure mildly elevated, not uncommon for his age. I suggested he try adding a small serving of pumpkin seeds before bed, about 1 to 2 teaspoons nightly, either plain or with a bit of ripe banana. The reason is simple. Pumpkin seeds are high in magnesium, which relaxes blood vessels, zinc, which supports testosterone production and prostate health, and especially tryptophan, a compound that helps your body produce serotonin and melatonin, two key chemicals for deep, natural sleep. Additionally, some studies suggest the phytosterols in pumpkin seeds may help reduce prostate swelling, improve urine flow, and in turn, open up blood circulation to the quiet zone at night. After a few weeks, Mr. Don returned with a refreshed smile. "I don't remember the last time I slept straight through the night, but now I can." And as for his marriage, "Feels like something inside me has woken up," he said, half joking, half serious. Sometimes the smallest things really are what help the body find its balance in the most lasting way. And if pumpkin seeds provide you with minerals that widen the flow, then the next food quietly rebuilds the pipes, delivering a slow, steady stream of protein all night long to nourish your muscles, blood vessels, and inner strength from the inside out. Fifth food, Greek yogurt, a protein duo that rebuilds muscles and blood vessels while you sleep. A smooth, cool bowl of yogurt sounds like just a morning snack or a light dessert after dinner, right? But few people realize that Greek yogurt is one of the secret weapons for restoring vitality, rebuilding muscle, and reigniting natural intimacy after age 60, especially if you have it right before bed. Robert, 70 years old, once a high school football coach, is a vivid example. His voice still boomed like a loudspeaker, his handshake firm like a steel clamp, but he admitted, "I don't feel like myself anymore, Doc." His sleep was shallow, his muscles soft, and intimacy with his wife felt like trying to sprint on a flat bicycle tire. I asked him about his evening meal. He looked surprised. "I thought eating late was bad." And yes, it is if you eat the wrong thing at the wrong time. But a light, right food at the right hour can help your body clock run much smoother. Greek yogurt is special because it contains two types of protein. Whey, which is fast-absorbing, kickstarting recovery during the early sleep stages, and casein, which digests slowly and provides a steady stream of amino acids to your muscles and blood vessels throughout the night. In addition, Greek yogurt is rich in calcium and B vitamins, helping nerve signaling, regulating blood pressure, and playing a role in testosterone production. Robert decided to try a simple recipe: a small bowl of Greek yogurt, a few banana slices, a pinch of chia seeds, and a dash of cinnamon. After 3 weeks, he returned to my office, looked me in the eye, and said, "I sleep deeper, wake up clear-headed, and my relationship with my wife has noticeably improved." And you know what? It all started with one small bowl of yogurt at the right time. No complicated supplements, no major life changes, just smarter eating. But if Greek yogurt is the gentle friend helping you heal quietly while you rest, then the next food is a true muscle builder. A classic dish our fathers and grandfathers used to love, now making a quiet comeback as a way to restore the stamina we thought we'd left behind. Sixth food, cottage cheese, lucerne and calcium for quiet yet powerful body recovery. There's something old-fashioned about cottage cheese, like the kind your grandparents used to keep in the fridge back in the 70s. But you know what? Sometimes old wisdom holds exactly what your 60-plus body truly needs: quiet, steady recovery through the night. I once met Frank, 72 years old, a retired mechanic. His hands, once firm as steel, now felt like they were coming apart. "I don't feel connected to my own body anymore," he sighed. His muscles were soft, limbs weak, and his confidence was slipping away too. Frank wasn't looking for anything flashy. He just wanted to feel solid again. And I recommended something unexpectedly simple: half a cup of cottage cheese every evening, optionally with some fruit or a light sprinkle of cinnamon. The reason was convincing. Cottage cheese is extremely rich in casein, a slow-digesting protein that steadily feeds your muscles, blood vessels, and connective tissues throughout the night. This is exactly the kind of raw material your body needs to rebuild firmness, endurance, and natural mobility, the very things men over 60 are quietly losing. But there's more. Cottage cheese also contains leucine, the amino acid that powerfully triggers muscle growth, and calcium, which relaxes blood vessels, reduces blood pressure, and promotes smoother circulation while you sleep. After a few weeks, Frank returned with a confident smile. "I'm sleeping better, waking up with more strength in my limbs, and my wife says I look sturdy again." That's right, sometimes all your body needs is the right food at the right time, and it'll start a healing journey you thought was no longer possible. And if cottage cheese is the silent repairman working overnight, then the next formula is your full-body reboot. The perfect combination of ingredients to rebuild your energy, endurance, and confidence from the inside out. Seventh food, the full-body rejuvenation drink, a nighttime shake formula designed for men over 60. There are times I sit across from a man who's tried just about everything: dieting, exercising, taking supplements, yet still feels like he's slowly fading. His body lacks strength, intimacy has grown cold, and emotionally he feels empty. For these men, I don't offer complex advice. I offer them a formula I jokingly call the nighttime reset button. And no, not every protein powder you find at the supermarket will do the job. This blend is tailored to the physiology of older men to restore muscles, improve circulation, and rebuild energy while you sleep. The formula is simple: 1 scoop of whey protein, a fast-absorbing protein that delivers amino acids to repair muscles and tissues. 1 scoop of collagen peptides to support blood vessels, skin, and connective tissue, all of which decline noticeably with age. 3 grams of leucine, a powerful trigger for muscle building, even in older adults. Mix it all with unsweetened almond milk, and if you like, add a pinch of cinnamon for a warm flavor and added circulation support. I clearly remember Mr. George, 75 years old, recovering after a major surgery. His body had lost weight, energy drained, and his spirit was low. We started this shake each night, 1 hour before bed. After a few weeks, he returned standing taller, eyes brighter, and a confidence I had never seen in him before. "I'm not just regaining my strength," he said. "I feel like I'm rebuilding who I am." The magic didn't come from a pill. It came from giving the body the right building blocks at the right time, especially when the body is actively regenerating during sleep. But even with a powerful shake like this, there's still one silent reason why many men fail, even when they've done everything else right. And that's exactly what I'll uncover for you next. I've met hundreds of men who walk into my office with a look of disappointment and confusion. They tell me they're eating clean, exercising regularly, staying hydrated, taking their vitamins, even cutting back on caffeine. Yet they still feel exhausted, disconnected, like their vitality is slowly deflating. But when I listen more closely, I notice a pattern. They all overlook the golden hour before bedtime, or worse, they're doing it wrong. Some believe that going to bed on an empty stomach helps them sleep better. Others grab a quick cookie, a glass of sugary milk, or a bowl of instant noodles to fight off hunger. The result: blood sugar swings, hormone imbalance, and shallow sleep. The body has no raw material to repair itself, and by morning, all the day's hard work is wasted. I remember Mr. Thomas, 68 years old, a former construction worker with iron-like muscles in his prime. He said, "I walk, I lift light weights, I cut coffee, but still no change." I asked, "What do you usually eat before bed?" He shrugged, "Sometimes a sandwich, sometimes nothing." And that was the root of the problems. Each night, just as the body prepares to enter recovery mode, it's running on empty. We didn't do anything complicated, just added something simple like a protein shake or a small bowl of cottage cheese. After a few weeks, he returned with a genuine smile. "I'm finally starting to feel like myself again." So what's the takeaway here? You can change everything during the day, but if your body is starved overnight, the regeneration process almost comes to a halt. It's like trying to build a house with no bricks. No matter how hardworking your crew is, the structure won't stand. And here's the most surprising part. The results don't take months, often just a few nights are enough if you do it right. In the next part, I'll show you exactly what happens after 7, 14, and 30 nights when you begin applying what I've just shared. Part 3. What happens after 7, 14, and 30 nights if you follow the right nighttime routine? This is one of the most common questions I get. If I start doing what you say, doctor, how long before I see results? And I understand, because after years of fatigue, poor sleep, and a lost sense of connection with your own body, it's hard to believe that a few simple nightly changes can truly make a difference. But here's what I want you to know. Your body is still waiting to be repaired. And when you give it the right ingredients at the right time, positive changes can happen faster than you think. James, 71 years old, a retired postal worker, is a clear example. He wasn't looking for a miracle. All he wanted was one small thing, to wake up feeling stronger and more connected with his wife. And he gave it a try. Each night, he picked 1 or 2 items from the list of foods I'd shared, sometimes eggs, sometimes Greek yogurt or a protein shake. After 7 nights, he reported deeper sleep, fewer tosses and turns, and less waking in the middle of the night. For the first time, I actually slept, not just closed my eyes, he shared. By night 14, he said he woke up feeling full of energy, sharper during the day, and something he thought was long gone, his natural morning physiological reflexes began to return. I couldn't believe it, he said, but it felt like my body was turning the lights back on little by little. And by day 30, the transformation was undeniable. His body was stronger, his muscles firmer, and most importantly, that sense of connection of being in control of himself had returned. Even his wife noticed. He walks differently now, she said, and there's life in his eyes again. When you give your body the proper support, you don't have to wait until month 3 or 4. Sometimes just 1 week is enough to feel the shift. Dear friend, let me leave you with something important, if you'll allow me to say this. You are not broken. It doesn't matter what your birth certificate says. It doesn't matter what your latest test results showed. It doesn't matter how many nights you've laid there thinking your best days are behind you. You are not broken, you're just silently undernourished. Every spoonful of yogurt, every glass of Tart cherry juice, every time you choose almond butter over a cookie, these are messages you're sending your body. I'm not done. I still want to live well, fully, and truly. I've met too many good, decent men who believed that aging meant accepting the loss of intimacy, strength, or closeness. But I've also witnessed many, well into their 70s and even 80s, come back with renewed spirit, a new perspective, and a life full of vitality. Your body has never stopped working for you. It's just been waiting for the right support. And it's never too late to give it, especially starting tonight. You don't have to change your whole life. Just start with 1 spoonful, 1 healthy habit, and 1 quiet decision. I will not give up on myself. What I've shared throughout today's video isn't wishful thinking. It's what I've seen firsthand through hundreds of men who once felt tired and lost, but slowly regained their strength. Through what seemed like small things. A boiled egg, a glass of juice, a pre-bedtime habit. If you found this video helpful, I sincerely hope you'll subscribe to this channel and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss more gentle yet practical insights like this in the future. Thank you for spending your time here. I wish you a peaceful night, deep sleep, and a tomorrow morning where you wake up stronger than ever before. See you again in the next videos. Stay healthy and full of energy.